Hey everyone, it's Matt here, the TokuDragon, and today we're going to be unboxing Return of Ultraman on Blu-ray. Now, while this is the complete series, this is not the Steelbook edition, and while that is pretty cool that there is a Steelbook edition, I think that there's actually some really cool stuff that comes with this version, and that's why I picked this one up, and also this was very, very cheap when I ended up picking it up. It says on the front here, "To protect justice and peace, Ultraman has returned." So at the time, if I remember correctly, the canon was that this is quote-unquote Ultraman, like the OG Ultraman. Things have obviously changed since then. He is now Ultraman Jack, but at the time it was actually the original Ultraman from the original series. Also, as you can see here, there's this really cool design that actually ends up matching up with some of the other series if you get them this particular way. And also on the back here it says, "On a mission to save Earth, Ultraman has returned." Following years of relative peace. Let's actually pause here. Relative. Like, yeah, things have been like, okay. I mean, like, relatively. Mankind is once again under attack by giant monsters. A new Ultra hero, Ultraman Jack, arrives from Nebula M78 to combat this threat. After merging his life with that of Hideki Go, a young race car driver killed while rescuing a boy and a puppy from a rampaging monster, Ultraman Jack battles alongside the terrestrial defense team, known as MAT. That's me. Monster Attack Team. That's not me. To protect the Earth. Return of Ultraman is the fourth entry in the Ultraman series, premiering in Japan in April 1971. This series introduces dozens of new aliens and monsters, and it also features guest appearances from the original Ultraman and Ultra 7, presenting the first of many Ultra Hero team-ups. Never before released in North America, all 51 episodes of Return of Ultraman are now presented in stunning high definition. And I want to say, even on internet.com, it was very difficult to find subtitled versions of this show. So honestly, like the fact that we can actually get this complete in English on Blu-ray in the US is absolutely fantastic. Now let's see what we have inside, and if you've seen some of the other unboxing videos I've done, you know it's going to be the information and episode guide. And not going to go through it completely, don't want to spoil it for any of you, but it is so cool to see this. Again, this is not a special edition, not the special Steelbook, whatever version. Oh my god. Oh, that looks fantastic. Oh. On a mission to save Earth, Ultraman has returned. Said that before, but I'll say it again. He's returned. Also a really cool write-up here, I believe, by August Ragone, and you're gonna skip all the episode stuff. Oh, this looks beautiful. So really cool that this is just the standard edition for some of the Showa era Ultraman stuff, and behind him is Jack again. So we see Jack behind Jack, and Jack is behind this guy, or in front of this guy rather. I know what in front of and behind things are. I understand object permanence, I am not a toddler. And then behind that are monsters. So I do not know what these kaiju are. Tell me down below if you know who they are. When it comes to Return of Ultraman, like I mentioned, I haven't seen much of Jack, much of Ultraman Jack. So looking at this for the first time, as some of you might be, and looking at some of these discs, the artwork, as always, is absolutely fantastic. It's a fantastic choice to choose kaiju and not just different poses of like Ultraman or whatnot. When it comes to Ultraman, if you're new to Ultraman and you want to get into it, obviously you don't need to have some encyclopedia type knowledge, is my point, of these kaiju. I mean, obviously I don't, but at the same time though, there is such a focus on the kaiju, like there is Ultraman, that it really does feel like they are a character very much like Ultraman and all the different Ultraman are in their respective series. So it is fascinating to see, especially if you're coming at this from like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, where you almost feel like, knowing more about the monsters, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of like, knowing a little bit of extra tidbits and trivia or whatnot, where really when it comes to the monsters in Ultraman, it does feel like they are their own, which is really cool. And again, I really love giving them their spotlight here. And I also love looking at these two different photos here, and I forgot to mention the actual Return of Ultraman US logo looks fantastic. So just like, other Mill Creek logos, really wish that Kamen Rider and Super Sentai did similar. And that's everything you get when you buy Return of Ultraman on Blu-ray. Although we do have a problem here. We can see on the left is Ultraman, but on the right, there are two kaijus. So who's going to help Ultraman? Is it going to be Ultraman? He just walked away, I think. Well, anyway, love you all, take care, and I hope you tune in next time. So, I'll see ya.